With all due respect to home sound systems, there's something awesome about a small Bluetooth speaker that you can just throw in your bag, pop out anywhere, and enjoy your music. The premise of a speaker like the Anker SoundCore Mini is that it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it still kicks out pretty good sound. So does it sound good? What features does it have? And is it a worthy buy? I'll tell you in this review. An early heads up, if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please hit that like button and consider becoming a subscriber. Both those things do help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there can watch, enjoy, and learn from. And don't forget, if you want to read this review or reference any of what I'm about to talk about here, head over to techgadgetscanada.com. Unlike a lot of smaller Bluetooth offerings, the SoundCore Mini is made from aluminum, not plastic. It's small enough to fit in your hand and about the size of a short soda can, and it's pretty light. It also has a nice rubber base to provide some grip when you set it down. It comes in black or pink, and the SoundCore Mini measures just about 3 inches by 2 inches. Anker says the SoundCore Mini is built to provide a lot of bass, and the entire top section here is part of that speaker. Inside there's a 5-watt driver that handles all the volume, and for a small speaker it's actually able to pump out quite a bit of sound. That was the first thing I noticed when I put it on. It's powerful and it sounds really clear, plus it gets surprisingly loud. For a speaker this small, I'm actually shocked at how good it sounds. If I'm being honest, I figured this would be a scratchy sounding little speaker that you'd use in kind of an audio emergency, but the SoundCore Mini is actually a pretty robust and good sounding speaker with a rather large soundstage and well-rounded sound. The bass is surprisingly strong, and overall it's just a great sounding little speaker, and I was not expecting that. It may actually be my summer sleeper hit. There's also a built-in noise-canceling microphone allowing you to make calls through the speaker. Some other reviewers have mentioned the Bluetooth connection can occasionally become suspect with some dropouts, echoing, and feedback. I did experience the feedback on a call, and the overall call quality isn't great, but it will do in a pinch. I'm good. How are you?
I'm quite well. There's some weird feedback when I talk.
Yeah? You sound kind of echoey.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the connections and ports, because there's a few. If you want to go old school, the Anker SoundCore Mini has an aux-in port and a micro SD slot, giving you options for audio input. Of course, it's a portable Bluetooth speaker too, so naturally it plays music wirelessly. The SoundCore Mini also features a built-in FM radio that uses the charging cable as an antenna. The controls on the device itself are pretty straightforward, with a long vertical 3-button section on the front that will increase or decrease the volume and play or pause. There's also a button to toggle between input modes, as well as a power switch on the back. Setting it up is easy. When it turns on using the physical switch on the back, it's already going to be in pairing mode, and you can head to your phone's Bluetooth menu and tap to connect. Once connected, it will automatically reconnect to that same device the next time it turns on. Now, if it's not connected to a device at all, it will automatically re-enter pairing mode. It also seems to have some kind of auto shutoff, since I've forgotten to turn it off multiple times, but the next times I've used it, it's still got juice. Another of the many surprises about this tiny speaker is that it's got solid battery life. The battery in the SoundCore Mini lasts about 15 hours before needing to be recharged via a mini USB cable. It takes about an hour or so to recharge the battery fully, which is pretty quick. On the back, there's a small LED light that will start to flash if the battery is dying. If it's off, your battery is fine, and it will turn solid, by the way, while it's charging. So how does the Anker SoundCore Mini compare to the Anker SoundCore? The Mini can't get quite as loud as the bigger, boxier SoundCore, and the Mini has no waterproofing. The Mini, though, does offer more options for connecting through that micro SD card slot and the FM radio. The battery life on the SoundCore is twice the length of the Mini, something to take into consideration if you're prone to lengthy listening sessions, and the bigger SoundCore costs a bit more. Overall, the Anker SoundCore Mini is a solid little speaker that surprised me on many levels. It's powerful, it sounds so much better than you'd ever give it credit for as well. It's cute and compact, it's easy to bring anywhere, plus it's got lots of options for playing music and connecting, and a long battery life. Downsides? Well, the battery life indicator is kind of imprecise. The phone call quality is also not that great. Even so, I like this little speaker a lot, and I can definitely recommend it if you need a small portable speaker that cranks. It sells for about $40 Canadian or $24 US. There is also the Sonos Roam, but that is not one of my favorites despite me being a Sonos fan. Find out why in my review. If you want to read this review or reference any of what I've talked about here, head over to techgadgetscanada.com for a full write-up. There you can ask me any questions you have about this little speaker. You can also post them here in comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Erin. Until the next time, you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'm at ErinLYYC. You can also always catch me on Facebook at facebook.com/techgadgetscanada.